You know, it's one thing if you're a retailer and not as many customers are buying, but what happens when many are just stealing? Well, the Walmart CEO today outlining a problem that's gotten so big, talking about shoplifting and the rest, that he might have to close some stores and hike some prices to compensate. All this at a time when, for example, at a store in Fresno, California, Walmart has beefed up security to deal with that rampant crime. Let's go to Gianno Caldwell on this, Fox News political analyst, Out Loud podcast host, and my friend. The latter counts the most to me. Gianno, what do you make of this?
Well, thank you for having me, my friend. And Neil, I got to tell you, for those who believe that legitimate protests after George Floyd, who said, like, yeah, you can go riot, you can go loot. For those who believe that having lax policy on the criminal front, going from $450, say, for example, in California to $900, you can steal up to this much. You won't be prosecuted. You won't be held. And, of course, you can go in and steal as much on each instance and come back for more. For those folks, we're now seeing the ramifications of that, which is stores closing in your neighborhoods, your family members not being able to work, and prices going sky high for the rest of us. The National Retail Federation showed that in 2021, $95 billion in losses from retail theft, an increase of almost 27%, Neil. This has gone out of control. They need to change their laws and create greater penalties for those who are doing this, because it's costing everyone who's doing it. It's not just big businesses, it's small businesses alike. We've seen this in Chicago and all across the country, where stores are closing up, businesses are closing up because they can no longer afford it.
You know what's wild about it, John, though, is we're looking at a lot of these videos. These are not exactly shy burglars, right? And we don't even know who they are for the most part, some of them unmasked. But one of the things that I found interesting as well, hearing from the CEO of Walmart, could be their own people. But they have cameras everywhere. And people these days seem, whether they work there or shopping there or trying to steal stuff there, they don't seem to show much discretion for that high technology that they all but ignored.
No, oftentimes you'll see people that wear their COVID mask and go in and wreak havoc. And the stores have been telling their employees, do not stop these folks. We saw recently where someone attempted to stop someone who was stealing and they got badly injured. So this has become something that I don't think many people expected over the course of COVID, where people are really getting away with crimes that can increase to greater things. You see folks go in and smash ATMs. They're going into jewelry stores. They're going into Apple stores, all kinds of things. And it, again, impacts all of us. So this isn't just, okay, we're going to stick it to Apple, this corporation that has trillions of dollars. No, this means higher prices for the rest of us. And those family members no longer have jobs because of this, Neil.
Yeah, and I should have made it more clear. On some communities, they're trying to beef up police to address this. I think I just spoke and said it was Walmart hiring extra security. But in Fresno, California, where they're beefing up police to deal with this sort of thing, is that a first step here in your eyes?
Yes, I think that's a first step in the immediate, but we really need to change the laws. That's what it really comes down to. Criminals no longer fear persecution. You got people like Kim Foxx in Chicago, George Gascon in Los Angeles, and many of these soft-on-crime DAs who said, look, this is the right thing to do. They've created policies that benefit the criminal, and criminals are taking full advantage of that, and we have a lot of these prosecutors to thank for it. So what do you want to do if you want to see things change? You need to vote these people out and stop voting to get progressives in office who create this systemic issue for the rest of us, because that's what impacts all of us. No matter if you're Democrat, Republican, progressive, no matter your ideology, we are all being impacted by higher prices. Meanwhile, we're still having inflationary prices on the rise, and it seems as though it's going to get worse, Neil. And that's what's really tragic about this situation.
Well, thank God there are guys like you who are a perpetual thorn in the side of people who ignore this. You have it for very good personal reasons, but you've gone way beyond that. So, Gianno, keep at it, my friend.
Yes.
Always thinking of you.
Thank you, my friend.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.